Welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about 50 euro cent coins, 20 euro cent coins, and 10 euro cent coins, and why these coins are much more valuable than many people think. These coins are part of everyday change across Europe, but some of them are rare, collectible, and worth far more than their face value. Collectors all over the world are constantly searching for special editions, certain mint years, and rare variations of these euro cent coins, and some of them can sell for surprising amounts of money. That is why I want you to stay with me and watch this entire video from start to finish, because I will explain why these coins are valuable, how to recognize the most collectible ones, and what makes certain 50, 20, and 10 euro cent coins so special. By the end of this video, you will have a clear idea of which coins to keep, and why they can be worth much more than just pocket change. First up, the most valuable 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin. The 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin is one of the most fascinating coins that many people overlook, yet it is a piece of money that holds far more importance than just its face value. If you have one of these coins at home, it is worth taking a closer look, because collectors are paying attention to this coin, and some pieces can be considered valuable depending on their condition and characteristics. In this video, we're going to go step by step through the details of the 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin, from its history and design to its circulation and collector demand. So make sure you stay with me until the end, because you might discover that this coin in your pocket change is worth keeping and even selling for more than 50 cents. The 1999 Belgium 50 cent coin was part of the very first series of euro coins. Belgium, like many other Eurozone countries, began producing euro coins in 1999, even though the currency itself only entered circulation in 2002. That means that coins from 1999 are among the earliest euro issues, and for collectors, first-year coins are always especially interesting. When people collect euro coins, they often focus on those first strikes, because they mark the start of a completely new currency system that replaced the Belgian franc. For that reason alone, the 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin carries historical significance, and history is one of the factors that adds value in numismatics. Now let's talk about the design. The Belgian euro coins are unique because they feature King Albert II. On the 1999 50 cent coin, you can clearly see the portrait of King Albert II facing left, with his monogram, which is a capital letter A under a crown, placed near the portrait. Around the edge of the design, you will notice the 12 stars of the European Union, symbolizing unity among the member states. The reverse side of the coin, which is the same for all euro area coins of this denomination, shows the map of Europe and the value 50 euro cent. This combination of national and European symbols makes the coin not just money, but a representation of Belgium's participation in the European Union. Collectors value coins not just for what they are worth to spend, but for the story they tell. And this coin tells a story of transition, history, and identity. What really makes the 1999 Belgian 50 cent coin stand out, however, is that it belongs to the very first minting year of Belgian euro coins. Unlike coins struck later, these 1999 issues were part of the preparation period before the official circulation of euros. That means that many of them were stored, handled differently, or not released in large numbers until 2002. Some of these coins have remained in excellent condition, and when they are found in uncirculated or near-perfect quality, their value is significantly higher than face value. Collectors always pay a premium for coins from the first year of issue, especially when the coin shows little to no wear. So if you have a 1999 Belgian 50 euro cent coin that looks sharp and fresh, you may be holding something that collectors want. Now let's consider mintage. Belgium struck millions of euro coins, but the earliest years, like 1999, are more interesting to numismatists because they represent the beginning of the euro era. The number of surviving examples in excellent condition is much smaller than the total minted. Remember, most coins enter circulation. They get scratched, dented, and worn out quickly. A coin that has survived more than 2 decades in almost new condition is far rarer than the average circulated piece. This rarity of condition is what makes some 1999 Belgium 50 cent coins more valuable today. Collectors often pay multiple euros, sometimes even 10 to 20 times the face value, for coins that are in brilliant uncirculated quality. It is also important to look at mint errors. Error coins are one of the most exciting areas of collecting, because mistakes from the mint can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. With the 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent, there are examples where the alignment is slightly off, or the strike shows doubling in certain details. Coins with striking errors, misalignments, or other unusual features can be worth far more than regular examples, sometimes even dozens of euros, depending on the rarity of the error. If you happen to own one of these coins, it is always worth inspecting it closely under good light, or even with a magnifying glass, because you might discover a detail that makes your coin especially valuable. Another factor that adds to the appeal of the 1999 Belgium 50-cent coin is that it comes from a country with a smaller population compared to major Eurozone states like Germany, France, or Italy. That means Belgian euro coins, especially from the early years, are not as common in circulation outside Belgium. For collectors in other parts of Europe or the world, finding a 1999 Belgian coin can be more challenging, and that extra difficulty increases collector demand. When demand goes up and supply is limited, value naturally follows. Now, let's talk about how condition impacts the value. A heavily circulated 1999 Belgium 50-cent coin may still just be worth face value, but the same coin in pristine condition could easily be sold for more to the right buyer. Coin grading plays a major role here. Collectors grade coins on scales that range from poor to uncirculated. The closer a coin is to uncirculated, the higher its value becomes. So if you have this coin at home, take a good look at its condition. Does the portrait of King Albert II still look sharp? Are the stars around the edge clear and well-defined? Is the surface free from major scratches? If yes, then your coin could very well be valuable. Market trends also show us that collectors are increasingly interested in early euro coins. As the euro itself has now been in circulation for over 2 decades, people are starting to look back at the early issues with more appreciation. Just as the first coins of past currencies became collectible over time, the first euro coins are now entering that stage where numismatists see them as historical items. That puts the 1999 Belgium 50-cent coin in a special category. Its value is not just about the metal it's made of, but about its place in history as one of the very first Belgian euro coins ever struck. What you should take away from this is simple. Don't overlook the coins in your change. That 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin, sitting in a drawer or a jar, may look ordinary, but to collectors, it has real value. The year 1999, the portrait of King Albert II, the early minting, and the fact that it represents the first wave of Belgian euro coins all combine to make this a coin that is worth holding on to. Whether you're a coin collector or just someone curious about the value of your money, this coin is proof that small details can mean the difference between a coin worth 50 cents and a coin worth several euros or more. So next time you come across a 1999 Belgium 50 euro cent coin, pay attention to its condition, check for errors, and remember its place as one of the earliest euro coins ever made. Because coins like these are not just currency. They are history, collectibles, and for many people, they are valuable treasures hidden in plain sight. Next up, the legendary 2009 20 euro cent coin from France. The 2009 France 20 euro cent coin is one of those coins that many people overlook, but collectors know it can actually be more valuable than its face value. If you happen to have this coin in your pocket, in a drawer, or stored away, it is worth learning more about it, because not every 2009 French 20 cent is the same. Some are worth keeping, and some can be worth more to collectors depending on their condition, rarity, and details. This coin is part of the Euro series, and by the end of this video, you will understand why the 2009 France 20 euro cent coin is important, collectible, and potentially valuable. The 20-cent coin from France belongs to the standard euro coin series. It was first introduced in 2002 when the euro currency entered circulation, replacing the French franc. By 2009, the French euro coins had already been in use for several years, but coins from that specific year carry significance for collectors. Why? Because every year's mintage numbers, design characteristics, and quality vary. The 2009 issues from France are interesting because they were struck during a time of transition in the European Union, and for numismatists or coin collectors, historical context always adds importance. Now, let's talk about the design of the 2009 France 20-cent coin. On the obverse, which is the national side, the coin features a depiction of Marianne, the national symbol of France. Marianne represents liberty, reason, and the values of the French Republic. She has appeared on French coins for centuries, and on the euro coins, she is shown wearing the Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom and democracy. Around her are the 12 stars of the European Union, representing the unity of the member states. You will also see the year of issue, 2009, and the initials of the engraver. The reverse of the coin, which is shared by all Eurozone 20-cent coins, shows the map of Europe with the denomination 20 euro cent. This design is not only visually striking, but also meaningful. For collectors, symbolism matters. A coin like this tells a story. The story of France's national identity, its role in the European Union, and the ongoing use of Marianne as a timeless emblem. Many collectors focus on coins that feature national icons, and Marianne is one of the most recognizable symbols in all of Europe. That alone adds an extra layer of interest and value to the 2009 French 20-cent coin. When considering the value of this coin, we have to look at mintage numbers. Millions of 20-cent coins were struck in France in 2009, but not all of them survived in good condition. The vast majority entered circulation, where they quickly picked up scratches, wear, and damage. However, coins that remain in high grade, especially those that were never circulated, are significantly more desirable. Collectors pay premiums for coins in uncirculated or near uncirculated quality, because such coins are far less common than worn examples. If your 2009 France 20 euro cent coin looks fresh, sharp, and shiny, it could be worth much more than 20 cents. Another important factor is errors. Mint errors are always exciting for collectors. Sometimes coins are struck with slight misalignments, doubling of images or letters, or other production mistakes. A 2009 France 20-cent coin with a noticeable error can be worth many times its face value. These error coins are rare, and they often attract strong demand in the collector market. So, it is always worth inspecting your coin closely under good light to see if you can spot anything unusual. An ordinary coin might just be worth 20 cents, but an error coin could sell for several euros or more. The edge of the 20-cent coin is also distinctive. It has what is known as the Spanish flower shape, a scalloped edge with smooth segments. This makes the coin stand out from other denominations and gives it a unique feel. Collectors often pay close attention to edges, because unusual edge varieties or striking mistakes can increase value. If your coin's edge looks different from normal, that could be another sign that it is more than just pocket change. Now, let's place the coin in historical context. In 2009, Europe was still experiencing the effects of the global financial crisis. At the same time, the euro currency had only been in physical circulation for 7 years. This makes the 2009 coins part of the early euro era, and as more time passes, early euro issues are becoming more and more collectible. Just as the first issues of the French franc and other European currencies became valuable to collectors over time, the same pattern is now happening with early euro coins. The 2009 French 20 cent is one of those coins that, while still relatively modern, is already gaining collector attention. Let's also talk about scarcity and circulation. If you live in France, you may come across this coin from time to time, but outside France it is less common. For collectors in other countries, finding a 2009 French coin can be more difficult, which naturally increases demand. A coin that is ordinary in one country may be much harder to find in another, and that geographical scarcity drives value. Condition, again, plays a huge role. Collectors grade coins using scales that range from poor to mint state. A 2009 France 20-cent coin in poor condition will likely only be worth its face value. But the same coin in brilliant uncirculated condition could be worth several euros, and sometimes even more if it has exceptional eye appeal or rarity. The sharper the design details, the higher the value. That is why it is so important to carefully check the condition of your coin. Another aspect is that collectors often build sets. A complete set of French euro coins includes all denominations from all years. The 2009 20-cent coin is part of such sets, and people who are missing that piece are willing to pay extra to acquire one, especially in better condition. This is one of the hidden ways in which ordinary-looking coins gain value. They are needed to complete sets. In addition to condition and mintage, market trends matter. As time goes by, euro coins are steadily gaining more interest among collectors around the world, not only in Europe. With the euro being one of the most widely used currencies on the planet, its coins are seen as both everyday objects and pieces of modern history. The 2009 France 20 euro cent coin has the advantage of combining a strong national symbol, Marianne, with the early years of the euro. This combination ensures that demand will only grow with time. So, what does this mean for you? It means that the 2009 France 20-cent coin in your possession could be worth more than you think. If it is in worn condition, it may not sell for much beyond face value. But if it is sharp, shiny, and well-preserved, collectors may pay several euros for it. If it has an error, the value could be even higher. And if you put it aside now, in a few more years as early euro coins become more collectible, its value could continue to increase. This is why I say, don't underestimate the coins in your change. The 2009 France 20 euro cent coin is more than just 20 cents. It is a piece of French history, a symbol of liberty and democracy, a part of the early euro story. And for collectors, it is a valuable coin worth keeping. Now, we'll explore the iconic 2004 10 euro cent coin from Luxembourg. The 2004 Luxembourg 10 euro cent coin is one of those coins that many people ignore in their daily change, but collectors know it can actually be valuable. If you happen to have one of these coins, it is worth learning more about it, because certain examples are worth more than their face value. In this video, we're going to go into detail about the history, the design, the rarity, the collector demand, and the factors that determine the value of the 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin. By the end, you will understand exactly why this small coin is considered collectible, and why it is worth checking carefully if you find one in your pocket or coin jar. Let's begin with the background. Luxembourg is a small country in Europe, but it has been a member of the Eurozone since the very beginning of the euro currency. The euro entered circulation in 2002, and like every member state, Luxembourg issued its own national designs on the coins. The Luxembourg 10-cent coins are therefore part of the very first years of euro coinage, and the 2004 issue belongs to that early period. Early euro coins, especially from smaller countries like Luxembourg, are already gaining attention from collectors, because they are less common in circulation compared to coins from larger nations such as Germany, France, or Italy. This scarcity makes Luxembourg coins more desirable. Now, let's take a close look at the design. On the obverse side, the 2004 Luxembourg 10 euro cent coin features the portrait of Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg. This is significant because Luxembourg is the only Eurozone country where the reigning monarch must appear on the coinage by law. The portrait of the Grand Duke faces to the right, and next to the portrait, you will see the year of issue, 2004, along with the word Luxembourg, which is Luxembourg in the national language. Around the edge, as with all euro coins, are the 12 stars representing the European Union. On the reverse side, which is common to all Eurozone 10-cent coins, is the map of Europe with the value shown as 10 euro cent. For collectors, this design is important because it combines Luxembourg's national identity with the broader European theme. Having the Grand Duke on the coin makes it distinct and unmistakably tied to Luxembourg. Many collectors from outside Luxembourg find these coins difficult to obtain, and that raises their collectible value. When it comes to mintage, the 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin was produced in much smaller numbers compared to coins from larger Eurozone nations. Because Luxembourg is a small country, it simply does not need as many coins for circulation. This lower mintage makes these coins less common overall. While millions were struck, they are far harder to find in everyday change outside of Luxembourg. In numismatics, scarcity plays a major role in determining value. A coin that is harder to find will almost always attract more collector interest. Condition also plays a huge role. A 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin that has been in circulation for years, with scratches, dents, and wear, may still only be worth its face value. But the same coin in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition can sell for much more. Collectors are always searching for sharp, shiny examples, where the portrait of Grand Duke Henri is clear and detailed, the stars are crisp, and the surfaces are free of heavy marks. Coins like that are considered premium quality, and their value is higher than face value. Let's also talk about error coins. Mint errors are highly collectible because they are rare and often unique. With the 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin, some errors include off-center strikes, doubling of details, and striking issues where parts of the design look slightly misaligned. If you own a 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent with a noticeable mint error, its value could be many times higher than a regular coin. Error coins are often the highlight of collections, and they can sell for significant premiums, depending on rarity and demand. Another interesting aspect of Luxembourg coins is their circulation pattern. Since Luxembourg does not have its own mint, its coins are actually produced in other Eurozone countries, but they still carry Luxembourg's national designs. The 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coins were struck at foreign mints, but issued under Luxembourg's authority. For collectors, this adds an extra layer of interest, coins of a small nation, minted abroad, yet carrying the portrait of the Grand Duke. This makes them a fascinating part of the Euro story. Now let's think about historical context. In 2004, the Euro was still very new. It had been circulating for only 2 years, and people were still adjusting to the new currency. Coins from this period are historically significant because they represent the early years of the Euro, when the currency was establishing itself as the new money of Europe. As more time passes, these early Euro coins are becoming more collectible, just as the earliest issues of the French franc, the German mark, and other European currencies became collectible in the past. The 2004 Luxembourg 10-euro-cent coin is part of that important early wave of Euro history. Market demand is another factor. Collectors from all over the world are building Euro coin collections, and to complete a full set, they need coins from every country and every year. Because Luxembourg coins are scarcer, they are often missing from collections, which pushes collectors to seek them out. When demand is high and supply is low, value increases. That is exactly why the 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin is worth more than many people realize. It's also important to consider geographical scarcity. In Luxembourg itself, the coin may not be too unusual, but outside of the country it is much harder to find. If you live in another part of Europe or outside the Eurozone altogether, coming across a 2004 Luxembourg coin is quite rare. This scarcity makes the coin even more desirable for collectors who are trying to gather coins from multiple countries. Another reason this coin is valuable is the symbolism of Grand Duke Henri. For collectors who specialize in coins featuring royalty, the Luxembourg euro coins are particularly attractive. The fact that Luxembourg law requires the monarch's portrait to appear on the coins gives them a special character. The 2004 10-cent coin is part of that royal tradition, making it not only a euro coin but also a monarchic issue, which appeals to a broader range of collectors. Now, let's return to condition, because it cannot be stressed enough how important it is. Coins that are shiny, bright, and free from wear are always worth more. Even a small difference in condition can mean a big difference in price. That is why collectors use grading systems, with terms like fine, very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated. A 2004 Luxembourg 10-cent coin in uncirculated condition is not just another coin. It is a collectible item that can sell for several times its face value. To summarize the key points, the 2004 Luxembourg 10-euro-cent coin is valuable because it comes from a small country with limited mintage. It features a distinctive design with Grand Duke Henri. It is part of the early years of euro coinage, and it is scarce outside of Luxembourg. Coins in uncirculated condition are especially valuable, and error coins can be worth even more. Collectors are actively searching for these coins to complete their sets, and demand continues to grow as time passes. This means that the 2004 Luxembourg 10-euro-cent coin in your possession might not just be worth 10 cents. Depending on its condition, rarity, and details, It could be worth several euros, or even more if it has a unique error. For that reason, always check your coins carefully, because this small coin from Luxembourg is more than just spare change. It is a valuable collectible and a piece of modern European history. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. As you have seen, ordinary-looking euro coins like the 50-cent, 20-cent, and 10-cent coins, especially from years such as 1999, 2004, and 2009, can actually be valuable and collectible. These coins are part of the history of the euro, and collectors are always searching for rare dates, mint errors, and coins in excellent condition. That is why it is important not to overlook your change. You may already have coins in your collection or at home that are worth more than face value. If you enjoyed learning about these valuable euro coins and want to discover more about rare coins, coin values, and coin collecting tips, make sure you watch my other videos where I cover different denominations, years, and countries of euro coins. Each video contains useful information that could help you identify coins that are worth keeping or even selling to collectors. Remember, every coin tells a story, and some coins are worth far more than we think. The next time you look through your pocket change, check carefully, because that small coin might just be a hidden treasure.